the Northern Adriatic Sea is a semi-enclosed basin with significant depth and geomorphological variation along its north-south gradient. It also features delta lagoons, wetlands along its coast, and with major rivers arriving in the Northern Adriatic area. These are providing fresh waters and nutrients, making the area very productive. The Northern Adriatic Sea has also a long history of intense fishing, especially with bottom trawling and hydraulic dredging, impacting quite significantly the natural stock and the benthic habitats. Indeed, the Northern Adriatic typology of fisheries account for over a third of national landings, as well as the impact that artisanal small-scale fishery have, of course, in their significance at the socio-economic level, but as their environmental impacts as well, given the quite wide range of gears and species that they're targeting. So to continue setting a bit the scene of the policies we're talking about, the focus on biodiversity and fisheries in our case study. So in Italy, biodiversity-related policies such as the Water Framework Directive, the Marine Strategy Framework Directive, the Habitat and Bird Directive have been transposed at the national level in the legal framework. The competent authority that has been designed is the Ministry of Environment and Energy Security, that is supported by regional authorities. As for fisheries, on the other hand, we have the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Sovereignty and Forestry as the competent authority. So here we have a bit of the framework we are talking about. Going a bit into more detail on the governance framework that is characterized by multiple levels, we can go from the supranational level, as already introduced by Jonas and Sasho. We can identify the role of the GFCM, as introduced by Sasho, through its recommendations and regulations, as well as the regulations set by the European Council setting fishing opportunities of certain species, as well as specific plans adopted at the national levels to regulate and manage the fishing of specific gears or species that can be eventually complemented by mechanisms adopted at the subnational level, at the regional or municipal level. So given the complex framework, there are some coordination mechanisms available that can be identified. One of these is the relevant for the Northern Adriatic Sea area is the North Adriatic Fishing District that brings together the regional authorities of the Italian part of the Northern Adriatic Sea, so Veneto, Friuli Venezia Giulia, Emilia Romagna, together with the competent administration of Slovenia and Croatia, but also business and fishing operators of the sectors, to designate together management measures of the sectors that can be implemented and proposed in the area, as well as the role of consortia, especially regarding the management of bivalve species. So the way in which fisheries policies can help, let's say, reaching biodiversity goals is mostly an indirect way in which fisheries policies can try to reduce their impacts they have on the exploitation of resources at sea. And with these slides, I just wanted to give a couple of examples of this, making reference to the National Triennial Program for Fisheries and Aquaculture that is creating at the national level the link between our national planning, our national management of the sector with the policies and plans that are available at the international level. So making reference to the CFP and the reach of the maximum sustainable yield, but also the combating to illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing. And then we have the examples of national management plans. The one mainly relevant for our area are the ones on hydraulic dredging and trawling. In these plans, we find examples of measures that aims to limit the impact of fisheries on the resource and try to regulate their management, such as setting catch limits, specifying the characteristic of the hydraulic dredges that can be used, banning the fishing of certain species and regulating the discards, as well as for trawling, setting fishing permits, as well as managing minimum landing size, and so on and so forth. Similarly, and in line with these examples, the ministry annually issues a decree that establishes the summer ban for most of the fisheries. And specifically, we have a measure set specifically for the Northern Adriatic area that ban the trawling not only within the 3 nautical miles from the coast, but within the 6 nautical miles from the coast, with the only exception of small scale fisheries in this time period. And lastly, the ministry, in collaboration with local administration and scientific institution, can establish biological protection zones where fisheries is further regulated. And we have a couple of these in our area of interest. Okay, with these slides, I just wanted to provide a couple more examples of opportunities of integration. One is given by the MFAF national program. So in its objectives, it foresees the integration of fisheries and biodiversity objectives. One example that we can mention here is the role of the fisheries local action groups that are funded under the programs. We can find example in our area of the role of these groups in the collaboration with research institutes, NGOs on biodiversity projects, such as the Tartatur project, aimed at the protection of the caretta caretta, promoting the use of selective fishing gear, improving the monitoring of bycatch, promoting programs of education for fishermen, and so on. And also their role in and their contribution to the development of the management plans for the 2 Natura 2000 sites that we have in front of the delta of the river Po. Last but not least, I wanted to mention the important role of the framework directives. So the Marine Strategy Framework Directive and the Maritime Special Planning one, and the related measures that contain, so they contain both objectives and measures specifically aimed at promoting a sustainable management of fisheries. Specifically regarding MSFD, we can refer to descriptor 3 and 6 and related measures in the program of measures. As for the maritime spatial planning, we can refer to specific measures, for example, the one aimed at promoting co-management of marine protected areas and establishing working group, bringing together actors involved in the implementation of maritime spatial planning, MSFD, biodiversity, and fisheries policies to promote a further integration of this. And also the MSP technical committee that is bringing together both, among other ministries, but both the environment ministry and the fisheries one. And Also, almost coming to an end, with this slide, I wanted to sum up a bit the challenges and solutions that we identified. So going from a clear division of mandates between the two ministries and the complex governance framework, the of course, intrinsic conflicting nature of the two policy streams that we are focusing on, the fisheries on the one hand, aiming at extracting resources, the biodiversity one aiming at protecting these resources, to what could be the opportunities of integration between these two. So coordination mechanisms, as already also mentioned by Sasha at the med level, here within the Northern Adriatic Sea, we can make reference to the Northern Adriatic Fishing District, and the potentialities of the Framework Directive in bringing together these two policies, and some good examples of integration that are already happening at the locally.